table. Why do I have this table? Why is my hair all messy? I'm going to answer those questions. What's going on, hikers? In today's video, got something different for you. So I just came back from a quick overnighter. What that means is spur of the moment, I decided, hey, let's go backpacking. And I left yesterday at like 5 p.m. and I come back and it's around noon the next day. And I was like, you know what? A lot of times we're guilty as backpacking YouTubers telling you guys you should do things this way or try this out. And you know, I thought sometimes this doesn't feel the most honest, because what if we do something different than what we told you? So I thought, you know what, today I'm going to share exactly what I took down to every last thing on this quick overnighter and give you an idea of a real look at how I do things. Hold on, let me go grab my backpack. We'll set this table up. We'll take a look at exactly what I brought. Got it? Let's start with what's on me. So I'll empty out all my pockets and all that kind of stuff, but this is not a gear review video. So if you guys want to know more about the specific gear, I'll link them in the description, and you guys can check out prices and weights and that kind of stuff. And if you got any questions about my gear that I'm about to set out on the table, just leave your questions in the comments and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. So first of all, this is a little neck knife, cheap one from Walmart. Also got an iPhone. This is my wallet. Also, this is the lens cap for the camera, one of them that I'm shooting this video with. I have a little tiny tripod that I take with me on trail. What else do I have in my pockets? Ooh, an extra camera battery in my pocket. So, you know, I film videos. This is necessary for me, probably not for you. But I like quick access to at least one battery so I don't have to stop and unpack. And that's everything in my pockets. So let's scoot all this out of the way and see what's in the backpack. Oh, by the way, I tried out this prototype DSLR camera bag on this trip and worked out pretty well for me. It's by Hilltop Packs. So thanks, guys. On the outside of the backpack, I got a Z seat. I got a pee bottle. I have deuce of spades. This is my favorite spade here. I got my toiletries, toilet paper and wet ones, and an extra lighter and some monkey butt. And for quick access on the outside of my pack, I have a Frog Togs rain jacket. This is like a step up above the base version that you buy at Walmart. I also have one 1 liter smart water bottle and a 700 milliliter Life water bottle. Like those because the threads fit the Sawyer Squeeze. Also took 2 carabiners for hanging my bear bag because I hang PCT style. So if you use a small and a large carabiner, you don't need a stick. This is my whole Toiletries kit. It's got, you know, the basics: toothpaste, toothbrush. I like Q-tips. There's a fire starter brick in here, Imodium, dental floss, just some first aid stuff like Band-Aids and, you know, Leuko tape, that kind of stuff. In addition to Tums and ibuprofen and your basic, like, you know, first aid medicine that you would take. That's all in that pocket. In the other pocket of my Osprey Atmos 65 liter, I have a Sawyer Squeeze and a coupler that you can put on top, and that fitting pretty much lets you thread onto a smart water bottle. So I don't like the Sawyer Squeeze water bladders that they send with their Sawyer. So I bought a Platypus 1 liter bag. Now I would highly suggest getting something that is not one of the Sawyer bags because those have all busted on me. An extra gallon Ziploc bag because you never know when you'll need one. And then I got a little O-ring for the Sawyer Squeeze, a mini deck of playing cards, another fire starting brick, and a patch for my mattress pad, which you'll see in a second. And that's it inside there. Now, what do I like to keep in my hip belt pockets. Now this is weird, but my spork. And in the other one, I keep two things. My Nightcore NU25, or at least that's what I took on this trip, and some iPhone headphones, because I don't have to recharge them. And then you'll see I also have a black cherry and grape Equate hand sanitizer. All right, here comes the good stuff. Let's dive into the bag. Oh, the cook pot. The cook pot with the cozy. Man, I need to make a new one of these. I'm thinking about making a video on how to make these cozies because they're pretty awesome. But this is just a cheap aluminum pot that I made a cozy for. I got a wet bandana. I have my little grabbers, my pot grabbers with a scrubber in there. I have a BRS stove, which I actually done a review on not too long ago. I have a mini Bic lighter. I have a fuel canister and a collapsible cup. There we go. And then the cook pot, which of course is the cozy's removable. If y'all want to see a video of how to make one of these pot cozies, let me know in the comments and I'll make one of those. Then I got my food bag. This is a Lot AF food bag that actually belongs to Jason Hellman Dollar. He let me borrow it and I still haven't given it back. The food that I brought some cookies, I brought protein bar, some hot chocolate. Oh, that one's busted. Did you see that? I brought coffee, creamer, some Spam, another protein bar which I already ate, and then I had mashed potatoes last night, and some hot chocolate, and then a pack of Nabs crackers. You'll also notice that I'm using a compactor bag to keep my stuff inside dry. Oh yeah, and my dead Apple Watch because I didn't bring the charger. I got a puffy. This is a North Face puffy. It's a cheap one. I mean, it's not cheap. It cost me money, you know, but it's not warm enough for me, so I'm going to get a different one. Also brought my beanie. And some Realtree gloves that are wool and fleece. Fleece on the inside, wool on the outside. That I actually bought at Walmart for like $4 or $5 last winter. I got my electronic stuff, a massive battery bank because I got to charge, you know, camera batteries and that kind of stuff. But an iPhone cord and extra camera batteries in here. And pro tip, if you're sleeping out in the cold like I did last night, it's like 35 degrees. Keep your electronics, anything with batteries, in your sleeping bag with you. In addition to your filter if it's one that can freeze. I have the Neo Air X-Lite, the wide long version. I have an Air Up Trekology pillow. They're real cheap on Amazon. They're not awesome, but they're not bad either. And then a little shelf liner so that my pad doesn't slide if I'm on an angle. What else we got? We got a Thermarest foam pillow. This is a North Face tent, ground sheet, and rain flies, the Tri-Arch 3. Oh, my cookies are about to fall. That was really good. Oh, now I have to eat the cookie. Hold on, I gotta change the battery too. Sorry about that. Back to it then. Oh, there's dirt on these. So these are just some wool socks that I bought at Walmart. They're like a wool blend. It was cold. If you don't know, I mean, the high was like 65 and the low was supposed to be 37. And I'm like, well, I'd probably get in the 20s then. So I was just preparing. Another pair of socks, because I actually like to put hot hands between my socks. You know, and then my feet stay warm. But I didn't last night. I have a pair of cotton jogging pants. This bag stinks. What other goodies do we have to offer? Oh, got some thermal pants. These I also bought at Walmart. They're just some Hanes thermal pants. You'll notice that I'm still hiking kind of on a budget, even though I've been doing this whole YouTube thing and hiking a lot. You don't need the nicest gear. Now, one thing you do need to invest in, though, is a warm sleeping bag or quilt, you know, whichever one you choose. So, I'm thinking about making a review on this really soon. This thing is the Nemo Disco 15-degree bag. And this bag in particular, you know, I used it all through the long trail and through hiked with it. And I thought it kept me pretty warm, but last night I got a little cold. And I didn't have anything to tell me the temperature. I didn't have cell phone service or, a thermometer on me or anything. But I got a little bit cold and had to pop some hot hands and cover up with my down jacket in my sleeping bag. Just to give you an idea, I sleep in here with just like, this shirt and some thermal pants and socks. All my gear strolled out. Gear explosion here. I got to clean this up before Bridget kills me. But before we clean all this up, we'll wrap up the video with my thoughts on what would I have changed, what mistakes did I make, what should I have brought instead. Well, number one, it was a cold weather hike for me. And I always bring a quarter zip fleece, just like a really light fleece. And I forgot it, just straight up forgot it. And so I was like, I guess I'm going to make do with whatever I had. So luckily I made a fire last night and that kept me warm until I went to bed. Or otherwise I would have had to wrap up my sleeping bag to stay warm, if I'm sitting just hanging out. So that, first of all, is what I should have brought. Secondly, I should have brought a change of clothes. I preach this, no cotton kills, and always bring a dry pair of clothes. Well, I didn't have another shirt, so if this shirt had gotten wet, I would have been hurting a little bit. Well, I guess I could just wear my down jacket, but I don't want to hike in that. Secondly, for pants, I didn't bring an extra pair of pants, but I did have those jogging pants, which wouldn't have been ideal to hike in, but I was just doing like 3 miles total. And secondly, I also had those thermal pants, so I could have used either of those as a dry pair. Now, you're probably like, you're only hiking 3 miles? Yeah, me and Nate, if you want to check it out, if it's already finished, I'll link it on this video. But we done a little short hike that was his first one ever. So, awesome, had a great time. Folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. And if you got any questions on anything, hit me up, and I'll answer those. If you did enjoy it, give me one of these. Make sure you like, subscribe, and kick the notification bell for the latest notifications. We'll see you in the next video.